Hi, welcome to a Common Canvas collaboration. This is Tricks and Treats of Fall, and I am here with some other wonderful painters, and their names should be there on the screen there. So go and follow their pages, find your favorites, and follow their YouTube, not pages, but keep thinking this is Facebook. This is YouTube. Go subscribe to their channels. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to show you how you can do a really cute kids design. So if you want to do a paint party for your kids, this is a creepy cupcake, so they can be a little creative themselves if they want to, or just go along with what is already traced on the canvas for them. If you would like a freebie for personal use, then put in the comments, let's see, put Creepy Cupcake in the comments, and I'll get back to you so I can send you a freebie for if you want to do this with your kids. And I will also have down below in the description a link to my website if you want to do paint parties. If you do paint parties and you need some more designs, I have a membership group for that. Okay, so this is the this just is like the suggestion here. So I have this printout here, members of my Painting Tracers to Go group. I also have where it's a little bit smaller, that prints out on 2 pieces of paper, so that each painter can have like their own little reference there. And these are just some ideas for them to put on their cupcake. So here is the design that I have here. It's just on an 8x10. Usually for paint parties for kids, you want to keep the canvas pretty small, and just like 8x10, maybe 11x14. I have the 8x10, I have the 11x14 in for kids designs in my membership group there. Those are your typical sizes to do, because you don't want to do too big of a canvas for kids, because then they can get a little overwhelmed. So you want to keep it easy for them. So here's my tracer here. If you do paint parties, you probably already know that the most popular method is to lay your design, your copy, your tracer, and use painter's tape or something to tape it onto your canvas. So I have my canvas below here. I prefer to use stretched canvases, but you can use the canvas panels too. And I just tape it down with a little painter's tape, and then I take some graphite paper, and you can get graphite paper on Amazon or any like Michael's or any kind of craft store. You want to get graphite paper, not what's the other one, carbon paper. Carbon paper can get really messy, but graphite paper is the one that you want to look for, and they come with different colors too. And then you just take like your pencil or a pen, and then you just go over your lines, and then that will transfer your lines onto your canvas. And we're gonna have I don't know if you can tell, but I got some black lights going on here. So kids parties, even adults, have fun with some black lighting. So I already have my design here. Now, if you are doing this as a paint party, you can either decide to put the design on there completely, or just do the cupcake and let them pick out whatever designs they want to put on their cupcake. And that's why I have this reference paper here. So I did leave one of them off, because then I would like to demonstrate how you can do that part. So if you want, like before your party, you can go ahead and like cut these out ahead of time, and just have them cut out. All right, so for example, so have all these little pieces cut out here. And then if they want to, or they could just do it freehand, but sometimes some people will want to be like, I want it to look exactly like that. So say they choose their one little design here, and you already have just the cupcake, nothing, get off there, just the cupcake on there, and then you have nothing up here but the outline of the frosting. But then what you can do is you can I would probably cut these down too into smaller pieces, but you can show them how they can trace on their own design. And I would probably just encourage them to draw it themselves too, but I would have this available for them just in case they do want it to look exactly like that. Okay, let's see here. How did I have it like something like this? So this is one way that you can offer for them to get whatever those little ideas there. And then you can show them, or maybe they'll have you do it. And so now I have my little design on there. I probably should have moved that down a little bit. That's okay. All right. But that's just one idea that you can do, or you can just trace it on there for them. And maybe it's the age group too. Like if they're a little bit of younger kids, like 6, 7, 8, maybe just do it for them. But maybe older kids might want to put on their own design on there. Okay. All right, let's get to painting. So if you want to do this as a blacklight party, I would suggest getting some paints that are activated by blacklight. Also, you can do like glow in the dark paint. So these are activated by light and by blacklight. So it's good to have some glow in the dark paint too, so that if you don't have a blacklight, when they take it home, then at least it can have a little bit of a glow in the dark here. But get some neon paints here. I really like the folk art neons, and you can get those. Oh, I got some different brands here. Let's see here. So you want like a pink and a blue and a purple and an orange and a yellow. Anyways, you get the picture there. You can also have some highlighters. Have some highlighters available. You just the regular highlighters, and then afterwards they can go in and do some other little fine details, and those will glow in the dark too. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, I usually start with my background first, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and start with the cupcake. And then I'll do my green slime in the background later. And at this point, for kids, they can go and just start in anywhere they want. You know, you just give them the paints and let them go for it. Sometimes with some designs, I'll instruct the first few parts, like I'll tell them to do the background first, or whatever is required of that design. But most of the time, just let them have fun and let them go at it. If you're going to do a blacklight party, I would suggest to have them actually put down regular paints first, like regular acrylic paints, and then do the neon paints on top. And this way, it'll look a little better. The neon paints tend to be a little on the streaky side, and I know for experience with painting with my teenage nieces and even my own daughter, preteen, they kind of didn't like that streakiness. So a trick there is to go in with regular acrylic paints first, and then do the neon on top, and do it with the lights on first, the regular lights, and then later on you can start turning on the glow lights. All right, and I am choosing to use orange. I'm going to paint in my little worm here. And this is a fun one because they can choose whatever colors they want. There's no really right or wrong way of doing it. So maybe I want that, and maybe I'll go back in and pick another color for his stripes. Let's see what else I have here. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna outline and maybe I wonder if I want to switch to a smaller brush. A smaller brush would work too. All right, let's see here. I think I'm just going to go ahead, and this would be a great one for paint kits too, because you only need, you know, like orange, maybe some, you know, Halloween colors. So you got orange, black, green, purple, and pink, and then that's pretty much it. You can keep your designs pretty simple. I would encourage kids though to do the black last, and sometimes depending on the age of the kids, I won't even give them the black paint. I will wait till they're ready for the black paint, and so I'll try to encourage them to paint in all their colors first and then do their outlining or whatever they want to do with the black later, because black can get messy and they can accidentally get that black into their other colors. If you're watching this video and wondering why it's cutting out and jumping, I keep having to stop because my brother-in-law is over renovating one of the rooms in our house and so he's making a lot of noise. If they don't want to paint around the eyes, you can also just tell them to just go ahead, fill it in, and then later on you can add white to make the eyes. All right, now this was a kids paint party and they're like, I want black. I mean, up to you if you want to give them the black already, but I would encourage them to paint as much as they can with all the other colors first. So we're gonna wait on doing any of the black parts. And I would encourage your kids and your adults to get the sides of the canvas too. Sometimes kids don't care and they're like, it's good. And I go, okay, it's your painting. You do what you want. You don't have to. I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to find the smallest of my smallest brush, my little baby brush here, and then I'm going to start using my black and I'm going to do a little outlining. Some kids, they'll not want to do any outlining, and that's okay. So I'm going to outline my skull. A fun tool to have when you're doing kids paint parties or even adults is to have some Q-tips, or what do you call them? Cotton swabs on hand, and these make great dots. If you don't have these on hand, you forget them, you can always use the bottom of your paintbrush. And let's see here, I think I forgot to start using my my blacklight paint. So we can go ahead and do that now. I should have done that before adding the black on there. So let me get some blacklight paints on my palette. All right, let's have some fun making some dots. It's like our confetti. Is that what you call it? Confetti on your cupcake. Sprinkles, that's what I meant to say. Sprinkles. If you're setting up a paint party with black lights, you can always, if you're having a hard time figuring out where to put the black lights, you can always just make a black light station. So you have one place set up somewhere where the black lights are, and then they can, you know, paint a little bit, and then they can go and bring their canvas over to the black light and see how it looks. You can also get these little keychains here that are black light keychains, and you can get them for really cheap, like on Amazon or Temu. And you can just let them have the little keychain because they're so you know, they're not that expensive, and then they can have fun with the little black light and see it glow when they bring it home. Chances are they don't have a black light in their room. Uh-oh, it got a little drippy in a spot that I don't want. So what we can do, let me turn on the lights, is get a baby wipe. Just wrap it around your finger and just wipe it off. It erases that as long as it hasn't dried already. And I even got a little, see, this is what I'm talking about. Can you see the smear? I accidentally hit some black and I got some of that. So that's why, that's why it's important to do your black last. Because even I got a little smudge of black. Cupcake. You can also call it a build a creepy cupcake. Whatever fun way you want to spin that. Let's turn the lights on and see what it looks like in the regular lighting. And here it is in regular lighting, so you can see that because we put regular acrylic paint first and then put the blacklight paint on top, it looks a little more opaque. If we just went in with just the straight blacklight painting, it would be really streaky and a little bit transparent, and it wouldn't give very good results. But doing it this way, then when there's not a black light on it, then it still looks great. All right, thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you want to get a freebie tracer for personal use, put Creepy Cupcake in the comments and I'll get back to you. All right, thank you. Bye. And say, all right, it's thirsty. Let's give it a little drink. So let's So let's give it a little drink. So let's dip it in your water and then wipe it off on your towel. Quench that thirst, and then you can go ahead and start painting. Give it a little my brother-in-law is over there renovating a room in the house to turn it into their computer business space, and it's being a little noisy.